Good morning. Welcome to the weekly analysis for the week of June 25th through the 30th. We will be kicking off the week with 15 order blocks, and we will also take in consideration that this is also the last week of the month. So let's get started. First, we have AUD CAD. Looking at the monthly, it's been bearish. It's bearish. So I want to take that in consideration. We have wicks of the order block here. Price has broken structure here based on the monthly. So this broke this structure here, wick past this structure here. So we will I guess it's for a sell. Let's look at what the weekly is given. Bearish. So the weekly is given bearish. So what I want to do is fib the move up. Price has tapped into the 78 and pushed up, but did not break this level of structure here. And then sold back down. So I would say we're definitely looking for bearish momentum, at least to this, somewhere to this zone. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, we have imbalance and an order block here on the daily. So let's go back to the weekly. Hold on, let's do this first. So based on the weekly, and based on how the candle ended last week, we have the high and the low. So you possibly could get a retracement to the 50% 618. So a buy for a sell. And if that, let me put this back here real quick. So a buy up to the 50% 618. And then once price starts selling back down, you can sell it down to the negative 27 at the minimum. Okay, that's AUD CAD. AV Chef. Let's see, on the monthly, there was a little bullish momentum for, well, it pushed up and then it sold back down for the month. We still have 6 days to go. Price is overall bearish. No levels of structure, major structure has been broken yet. Let's go down to the weekly. So we had a pretty much price sold down, pulled back into an order block, and then gave bearish momentum. So we have weekly order block, but we also have a bullish order block here. And let's see what's to the left here. So price will likely pull back to, you got your swing high and then your low. Based on the weekly. To your 50% 618 here. Okay, price could pull back. It could come back even to the 78. and then sell down to your negative 27. Price is bearish, so I would be looking for sales. So I would definitely expect a pullback to continue selling down to the negative 27 or even the negative 618 or even further. I'm sure there is some kind of inefficiencies in this wick here, in these wicks here. So I would definitely look for sales. AUD NZD on the monthly, we had bullish on last month, had a little bullish this month, and then it sold back down. So if we go to the weekly, this is a pair that has been consolidating for a while. As you can see, there there was a impulse move to the top side. There was an impulse move to the top side. Price pulled back to the 78 and then started pushing back up. It pulled back and then started breaking structure back up to the top side. So I can see a pullback to, based on the weekly, to either these, to this imbalance here. Imbalance is here. And then there's an order block here that has not been tapped into. So now if I go down to the daily, and let me go back to the weekly, and let me just mark the imbalance. Okay, the imbalance is a retest of this break of structure, which is a violated order block. So price can either come into the imbalance zone and start breaking structure to the top side, or continue to retest this area here, and then possibly start breaking structure to the top side for a continuation of a buy. So if I mark this zone here, that would be pull back to the 50% 618, or maybe it may even come down further, or maybe not. But if it did pull back to this violated order block or to retest this area, I would definitely buy it up to you can buy it up to, this would be a TP1 here and TP2 here at the negative 27. Or you can definitely continue swinging it to the negative 618. All right, AUD USD. See, on the monthly, we have what's looking like a bullish momentum. Overall price has been bearish. Overall price has been bearish. So price could pull up into this order block here, because remember, we're bearish. We're bullish for the month, but right now, overall, it's bearish. So this could be a sell zone. Price could tap into this zone here and continue selling back down. There has been no breaks of any major levels of structure. And there, let's see, on the weekly, this was the swing high. There was a wick past it, but I would definitely need to see a candle close. On the weekly, we're getting bearish momentum. So we have a bearish order block. This could just be, this was an impulse move. So you had 3 weeks of bullish pressure that broke this level of structure here. So this could be the correction for a continuation up to the top, because it filled this imbalance here, broke structure here. This could be a correction for an impulse move to the top. Okay. Let's go to the daily. Again, broke structure here. Impulse move, pull back. Right now it's at a daily order block. So price can either start reacting here, or price may want to come down and fill this imbalance or tap into this order block. Next, we have JUR 30. So based on the monthly, so last month was bearish, and overall price has been bullish, as we know. It has wicked past these highs here. So, and then price pushed up for this month and then started pushing back down. So with that wick pushing down, I'm sure there's breaks of structure to the downside. Let's go to the weekly. And the weekly is giving us a bearish order block. So I would be looking. Let's see, hold on. So the weekly is giving us a bearish order block. We pretty much have this order block here for from 2 weeks ago, from last week would be the last push up, because it wicked past this zone. That would be the last push up, and then price came and broke structure to the downside. So if we go to the daily, there is a key level of structure here. So I would definitely want to see price break this zone here. Otherwise, it's still bullish. Let's see so that's we're pretty much at an all-time high. So let's go back to the daily. So price came to this zone, gave a rejection on the daily, but I would still expect a pullback. For, let's see, you got 50%, 618 here. So this could be a swing high right here. So prices could possibly pull back further past the 618, maybe tap into the 78. Let's go to the daily. If it does come back here, I can see it tapping into this order block that actually sponsored this break of structure here. So this could be a continuation of a buy here. And I'm just going to mark up from this low here to this high. And I just want to see that price pulled back to the 88 and reject it. So let's see, let's go to the 4-hour. So it rejected. It hasn't broken any major levels of structure yet. I would definitely want to see this break here, but for now, you can. So this is the break I would need to see. Otherwise, price can tap into here and continue selling down. Okay. Definitely would like to see a break of this trend and then a break of some level of structure. Okay. That's your 30 for EA. Go to the monthly. Last month was bearish. There was some bearish momentum this month. Price tapped into or filled most of this imbalance, not quite all of it. Let's see what. So we had a break of structure here. We had a break of structure here. So this could be a correction. There may be a correction going on here. So price could pull back to the 50%, which is a on the monthly that has already been tapped into, but there's some imbalance in between here that it could finish filling. It could pull back to the 78, which is imbalance here. Now let's go to the weekly. The weekly is giving bullish momentum. Okay. So we have bullish momentum. It broke past this high here. So we could get a pullback for the continuation to the negative 27. So I would definitely say, I'm going to put it right here for now because this was the last impulse move up. It pulled back. It did break. You can put it there. But I would need to see this broken before I like to move my trend line. And let's go to the daily. Okay, we have an impulse move. We had a break of structure here. So I would definitely be and then we filled this imbalance here. So I would definitely like to see a pullback for the continuation of the buy, at least to these highs here. Okay, we have Euro GBP for the month. We are looking at bearish momentum. Last month was bearish. This month is so far a little bearish. So price could pull back and continue selling down. Didn't break these highs. Wick past these lows. So there was a pullback. So since there was a wick past the lows, we're going to price pull back to the 78, dropped, and then started giving more bearish momentum. So we will be looking for sales, I would say down to the negative 27, which is a order block, a monthly order block. Let's go to the weekly. The weekly is given bullish, but price has been bearish. So this could be a little correction. Those are equal highs here. Let's see. It did not tap into that imbalance, or did not complete the imbalance. Let's say that. It tapped into the imbalance. So you have a violated order block here. The price broke structure. This is a pullback. This could be a continuation to the top. It would definitely be one that I probably wouldn't trade. It is not the low-hanging fruit. But there was a break of the trend. Yeah, I would need to see it break these highs here. This, to me, this is just a sell zone. A sell zone for continuation to the downside. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, so this tapped into the zone and then started breaking structure to the downside. So I would just say this is not a good trading pair for the week. But this is probably going to, as Ty calls it, flatten out. So it's probably going to consolidate until it does what it's going to do, whether it's going to sell or whether it's going to buy. But in true Kim fashion, sell until you can't sell anymore. Since price is bearish, the pullback, I say sell. So once it pull back, I say look for a sell until it breaks this key level that it's creating. It's creating a key level, as we can see. So I would definitely wait for a break, but continue selling until you can't sell anymore. Euro NZD, let's see, for the month, prices, we had this, I don't even know what this candle is called, pin bar, I think, I don't know. I just know it's rejection. Price was, for the month of April, price was bullish. For the month of December, January, February, March, April, price is bullish. Then we got a little rejection here. And this month so far, it's showing some type of rejection. So let's go to the week. The week is giving a indecision. But with that being said, price has been bullish here. So you can expect a pullback for a possible continuation, but just remember that price has been indecisive over the past couple of months. So whenever the pullback happens, I would at least take it to this zone here. So if price tapped into the wick, I would just take it up to there, and that's 244 pips. Because based on the weekly chart, there are no inefficiencies other than what's in these wicks here. So that's Euro NZD, GBP AUD. Go to our daily. So based on the daily, this was the last swing high. And although price broke structure, I like to look for a deeper pull break and then a retracement, because this is given a lot of bullish momentum. So however, price did break the trend. Price did break the trend, broke the swing low, and then has pulled back to fill in this imbalance. And although with that being said, price is still currently bullish. If we go down to the 4-hour, there are no breaks of structure as of yet to the downside. Let's go to the 1-hour. You can either wait for this break of structure here, or be on the cautious side and wait for this break of structure here. That would be me. But I would say once it pulls back here, look for buys until you can't buy no more. So as we can see, price pushed down, pulled back, didn't tap into the order block, so back down, broke another level of structure. It's meandering back. It's probably going to meander back to this order block and then start to sell. Or it's going to meander back and continue buying up. So definitely be on the lookout. I would set an alert in this area here. Once price got here, I would start watching the charts to see if price starts breaking structure to the downside. And then once you see break a structure to the downside, wait for the pullback to sell at least down to this zone. So we're talking UPAD. We're talking at least 200 pips down to the downside. If price breaks structure in this zone, in this POI. If not, it's going to just continue buying up. And then you mark up your next swing. Okay. GCAD. So on the monthly, price has been, we had a bearish last month. So far, it's bearish this month. However, price has been bullish. So let's look at the weekly. This is so price has been breaking these minor levels of structure here. Of course, I want to say this is our macro swing high, but we also have, yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. That's what I know for sure. Okay. Actually, this is the high. This was the high, and then everything in between, and this is the low. This was the low. Price broke structure. This was the high. So price can tap into, you see that's an order block that it hasn't tapped into. There's also imbalance up here, price hasn't tapped into. So price could come into one of these areas and then start selling back down because price broke structure to the downside, but has not broken structure to the upside yet. So because momentum price has been slightly bullish, or not slightly, has been bullish. This was the last swing on the weekly chart. Okay, so price pulled back into the order block and is now breaking structure. Looks like it's breaking structure to the top side. So this could be a impulse move. This could be the correction based on the weekly. So I would be looking for buys at this point. At this point. Go to the 4-hour. Just gave a bearish momentum, did not break these lows. Closed above these lows. So this could have been a push up. This could have been the correction or continuation. 1 hour. Yeah, I wouldn't be trading this. So that's although it gave a bearish order block for the week, it could just be a correction. GBP NZD on the monthly, price has been for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is even bullish. 6 months, price has been bullish. It has broken these highs here. So if we go to the weekly, price has been bullish. I would definitely be looking for price to pull back into here for a continuation of a buy. Go back to the monthly. And I'm just putting that there. The price does pull back to this weekly candle. Maybe 183 pips, maybe 200 pips, maybe even more. I would definitely just be cautious that there is a zone, a monthly zone that is up ahead. So you're going to get some kind of rejection on a monthly zone. Okay. So based on the daily, prices went past these almost equal highs and then rejected, but it's still bullish. So I would say look for buys. NZD CAD, we have on the monthly, price has been bearish for the month, for a few months. So this is looking very bearish. And then we have a weekly bearish order block. So price sold down, broke structure, pulled back into that zone, gave a bearish order block. So I would definitely look for a little pullback for a continuation of a sell. And if we marked up, we mark that up. So we're looking for a pullback. It could pull back to the 78 and then continue selling down to the negative 27, which there's imbalance here, or to the negative 61. but I would definitely expect it to go to the negative 27. NZD Chef, based on the monthly, let's see, price has been bearish. This month is given a little bullish. Overall price has been bearish. So let's go to the weekly and see what's going on. So we've had bearish momentum here. Price pulled back into this order block, gave a bearish weekly order block. So price may pull back just a little and continue selling down, continue selling, or let's go to the daily. Based on the daily, price is currently in an order block. So price broke these highs here, right? Pulled back, did not break this low, and then started breaking structure to the top side. So that being said, let's look at this. We have price broke structure, pulled back to the 88, and then started breaking structure to the top side. But as we can see, there is a very strong resistance level here. So price came, tapped into this order block. What was the weekly? Bullish? Bearish. Weekly was bearish. So price came and tapped into this order block. So price could come pull back and continue selling down, or because it did not break this, we definitely need to see a macro high broken. These are internal highs. This was the break of structure, and price pulled back into the area that broke that structure. So this could be a continuation of a sell. That weekly order, bearish order block could be a continuation of the sell. There is lots of wick right here that is hasn't been mitigated. I'm sure on top smaller time frames, there's probably some imbalance in order blocks in there. So I would be looking for sales. US 30, US 30. So for the month, there was a bearish order block, and then price with the highs, with this high, and then sold back down. Let's go to the weekly. It's given bearish momentum. This is the low, this is the high. Price wick past this order block here. So we can say that price on smaller time frame has a broken structure to the downside. Price pulled back. So what is, to me, it appears that price is just creating a key level here. Okay. For price, because price tapped. If I go down to the daily, price has broken this level of structure. So I would be looking for sales. What did we say the weekly was? Bearish. Okay, bearish order block. So on the daily, price has broken this level of structure here. So I would definitely be looking for a pullback for a continuation of a sell, likely to at least fill this imbalance. Let's go to the 4-hour. Definitely looking for sells. Okay. And I would say this pullback or this continuation, this probably will pull back into that line, that zone right there. At least for 274 pips to the wicks of this order block, or even further down. But I would definitely be looking for sells. Last, we have silver. Looking at the monthly. For the past couple of months, price has been bearish. We're currently in a monthly bullish order block. So I would definitely mark up this zone here. This would be we're in a bullish order block. So I would definitely be looking for sales. Let's go to the weekly, given bearish momentum. So there could be a pullback for a continuation of a sell to at least to this order block or somewhere in these wicks. Or price could continue selling down to this order block, or even continue selling down to these inefficiencies. Because price pushed up, pulled back, this high, it wicked past this high, and then these lows started getting broken. These lows here, price pushed up, and did not break these highs before it started. I would like to see it break these lows, but it did start breaking these lows, this low, this low, this low. So I would be looking for sales for now. But again, this pushed up, breaking these highs, it pulled back, created a lower high, impulse move. So this could be a correction for a continuation of a buy. But as of right now, it's selling. Okay. As of right now, it's selling. And that concludes this week's weekly order blocks. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Happy